Welcome to another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous, coming to you 6 days a week as we interview whitetail experts and hear their traditions and personal stories of the hunt. Learn more about the latest gear, discover proven tips, and the latest strategies so you can make your next hunt a success. Now here's your host, Bruce Hutchin.
Welcome to another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous. And this is the second in the edition of Hunt of a Lifetime and Hunt of a Lifetime in the national program. And I have Pat Beard on from Springerville, Arizona. Pat's a first responder. He's a fighter with the Edgar Fire Department. So, Pat, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
And let's start right off and tell people about Hunt of a Lifetime.
Well, Hunt of a Lifetime is a great program for the kids that got problems, life-threatening illnesses. It's a great program. I describe it as we go from A to Z with this program to help these kids. It's just a great program. Miss Tina Patterson is the one that founded it, and she's really supportive on making sure kids' dreams come true.
Yeah, and folks, if you go to their website, Hunt of a Lifetime, you'll find Tina's story and why she started after the loss of her son. Now, Pat, why did you get involved in the program?
Oh, I took it over from a guy in the valley. I was asked if I would accept it, and we thought about it. We prayed about it, and I've got a good support family here that helps. You know, my wife, my boy. You know, I deal with kids, and I love kids, so I wanted to do something for them.
Now, if somebody there in Arizona wants to get a hold of you, how would they do that so they can nominate their son or daughter to Hunt of a Lifetime?
They can call me or they can email me on my email address. It's crosstracks1603@yahoo.com.
All right, so that's crosstracks1603@yahoo.com. And is there a form on the website that they can fill out previous to doing that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. And then what is the homepage for Hunt of a Lifetime?
Our Facebook is Hunt of a Lifetime Arizona.
Okay. So just reach out. They can reach out there. How many kids do you take hunting each fall?
Oh, it differs. You know, we work on donated tags. So like this year, we've got some tags, but this year is going to be a good year for bulls because of the moisture we had. The last couple of years, the first year when I did it about 4 years ago, we did, I think, between 13 and 15 kids. With help from my partners, you know.
Uh-huh. How many people on your crew?
Well, it depends on the day. I got one older gentleman, John Bennett. He's really dedicated to this. He just loves to be out in the woods, and he knows a lot of, I call them secret spots. He calls them secret spots. So we know we've been pretty successful with these kids. It's all up to the kids, you know, if they like the animal, we put them on.
Now, do you only hunt elk, or you hunt javelina or coos deer or muleys?
Basically, most of the kids that come from back east, we do have some local ones. They want the bigger, you know, the bulls. Some will take the cow tags. We've done deer hunting, so javelina and turkey and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to, you know, get a kid out here for a few days.
Typically, how long does the hunt last?
Some of them are, you know, 5 to 7 days. Some are, like the later hunt will be close to 2 weeks.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a real hunting experience. That isn't just show up and we're going to spend a weekend chasing some elk, and you might see one, you might shoot one, but at the end of the day, the odds are against you.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, even if they don't tag out, it's what an experience for the kids come to the mountains.
Yeah.
You know, we're at 7,000 feet, so we have good elk country here. This year, the deer should be really good, too.
Want to become a smarter deer hunter? Know when to hunt, where to hunt, how to hunt? Well, Deer Hunting Institute Part 1 was created to do exactly that, because many people have told me they struggle with spending all days in the woods and never seeing a deer, only shooting does and young deer, leaving the woods empty-handed way too many times. Found Mr. Wonderful, but just couldn't get on him, having difficult finding a place to hunt. recognizing possible mistakes you're making every year, having tried and failed to find qualified mentors who deliver results. If you had these frustrations or struggles, go to deerhuntinginstitute.com, and there you'll find a 13-module course to help you solve these problems. Again, go to deerhuntinginstitute.com and find some answers.
Now, are you near the Flagstaff area?
Well, roughly 3 hours from Flagstaff.
North, south, east, or west?
South.
Okay. So you're off the rim then? You're down towards Phoenix?
No.
No?
Well, it would be southeast.
Okay.
Yeah, up toward Sholo.
Okay. I
We're
know
only
where
like 12 miles from the New Mexico state line.
Yeah, so you're pretty close to the Gila of them.
Gila
National Forest? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You kind of butt right up against it, I think.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. We actually got a little girl coming in a couple of weeks to go out on the New Mexico side. It's an open. She can have a bull or she can have a cow.
Uh-huh.
She has her choice of weapon. If she wants to shoot with a bow or muzzleloader, she's bringing her 7mm. So.
Now, let's talk about the kids. They all have life-threatening illness. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So are most of the kids terminal, or are they just, in remission, or how does all that work out?
Well, we've had them all. We've had a lot that's, been in remission for several years now. We stay in contact with them. We've had some that are terminal. But, just the experience to share and to be there with those kids and the support, it's awesome.
Why don't you share a couple of stories about the kids you've met over your last few years, and so people can get a sense of what it really means to come out on a hunt of a lifetime?
Well, we had a little guy from Long Beach, Mississippi, come out. He's paralyzed. He's in a wheelchair. I didn't meet him the first time he was out because he just couldn't, make contact. He had several shots, couldn't make contact with the animal. We brought him back the next year. Let me tell you, this kid was gung-ho. He was trigger happy. And we ended up packing him in 1.5 miles on a hand cart and crossing, not steep canyon, but we're pretty rocky out here. So we got him set up, and there was a bunch of cows and smaller bulls and stuff in there. And this kid, he was wanting to take anything that moved. And it's like, you got to hold still because we know there's a big one in here somewhere. That's that one I sent with you or to you. And we finally saw the bull move because he was laying under a big shade tree, and the kid thought it was a big rock in a tree. He couldn't tell that was his bull. The bull probably went, once he shot him, he probably went 5 feet at that. So I said, you know what? Put another round in him. I'd like to make sure. I don't like chasing them myself. So especially with these kids, some of this terrain is tough to get them around. So he shot it, and I said, put another one in him. And he dropped that baby. And his dad, his mom, and his uncle out here with him. And it was just a great morning. And once we got the bull down, I said, well, heck, one of the other guys said, let's pack him back to the truck and drive to the bottom. And I said, no. I said, I'll pack him. He's 45 pounds at that, maybe 50. Such a great kid, good attitude. So we packed him down, and we got down this little elk trail, and we got to the bottom. We're still a little ways from his bull, and his mom and them were behind us. And he reaches over and slaps me, and he goes, you know what? You should have me back to my mom. I feel safer. Such a great kid. So I gave him back to his mom. We packed him over there. And the adrenaline, the head rush, the adrenaline with these kids, once they are able to make contact with an animal like that. Oh, my Lord, man. You can't put a price on it. It's just an awesome, awesome picture. A lot of people say, what do you get paid to do this? But you look at a kid's smile on his face after he's tagged an animal, that's my pay right there.
Yeah, and the tears that flow and the smiles that flow they're priceless. That's for darn sure.
Oh, yeah. That little guy there, he was quite the character, man. He was exhausted. We got him down. He took about a 45-minute nap while we were waiting for some guys with some quads to come out and help us get it out. He slept, and then, man, that kid, well, he's hunted with a guy back east, big guy, and he couldn't wait to get back to the motel and say, you know what, buddy? You're not the big man no more. I'm the big man. Look what I did,
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Is he still living?
Oh, yeah.
Did he pass on?
Nope. Actually, he's going to Wyoming to hunt antelope.
With Hunt on a Lifetime?
Back east, they got several different programs for these kids.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure. It's not with Hunt on a Lifetime, but this little guy, he graduated high school, and he could tell you everything about animals. And he's just a character, I tell you. Good parents, good, all around good people that come with their kids,
Do you want to become a smarter whitetail hunter, knowing when to hunt, where to hunt, how to hunt? Over the past 4 years, people have asked me, hey, I'm struggling with spending all day in the woods and never seeing a deer, only getting opportunities at doe or young bucks, leaving the woods empty-handed too many seasons. Located the deer of a lifetime, but just flat out missed. Having difficulties finding a place to hunt, recognizing mistakes that you're making over and over again, and you want to eliminate them. Having tried and failed to find qualified mentors. Well, you've come to the right place. Why? Because Deer Hunting Institute Part 1 was created by me, Bruce Hutchin. It's a 13-module course that'll talk about being lost in the deer hunting forest. Never hunted. What is a hunter? What is an adult onset hunter? What rules apply? Finding a mentor, choosing a weapon, finding a place to hunt, scouting a hunt location, stand sites, stand access and exit, reading sign, and when to hunt. All these are available for you at deerhuntinginstitute.com. Go now to deerhuntinginstitute.com and sign up for the best deer hunting course in America.
Well, to support him in that type of endeavor, because it isn't, they got to tramp around the mountains and it's not all that easy, but, they're supporting their kid and that's a good thing. Now, who else let's name some of the other guys on your crew that help you do this out there in Arizona.
Well, we'll start with the wife. She's real supportive. We've had families come over, for Thanksgiving and stuff during that time. I call them family. We just have family gatherings and stuff, and eat and just sit around and talk, John Bennett, he's an older guy. He's an older gentleman, a good friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. This guy's got an eye like you wouldn't believe. He always wants to bet these kids, and I said, I bet I can see these animals before you do. And like I say, he lives to go out in the woods, and he's already starting spotted elk and stuff for the kids coming up this year. But my little guy, Hunter, he loves to go with us. He's got an eye on him. And then we got some guys over in the Sholo Taylor area that help out. David Carrasco, he's here. He helps out. We got some guys who'll just, call us and we'll come help you pack it out and stuff. So Mandy Kitchen, she helps put on the benefits and stuff, the banquets. And it's, I've got some pretty good help.
That's great. And again, you just go to the Facebook page, Hunt of a Lifetime Arizona, and you can get a hold of Pat and the crew, and he'll get you lined out. And so if you're any place in the country, now do you help them with the transportation, or the transportation's on them and they just got to get to you and then the hunt's on you guys?
Well, the foundation, if they're traveling for like back east or, long distance, if they fly into an airport, the foundation has a rental vehicle for them.
Okay.
So, say they go into Phoenix, they can drive up to the mountain here. It's like 4-hour drive. They have their option, depending on how many of the family come. Or, if it's just like the dad and the daughter, dad or son or something, we'll just go out in the truck. But if they want to take their rental vehicle, they're more than welcome.
Okay, so basically they need to get to where you guys are, no matter what chapter they're working with. And then from there on, you guys take care of them.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And when you think about your hunting experience, let's talk about, your hunting tradition.
I'm not a pro at it, but, I love to be out in the woods and see the animals moving around. And, just to be able to help these kids, it touches your heart to see their dream come true.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show tonight. Before we go, can I take a moment and say thank you? Listen, as we started the Whitetail Rendezvous podcast journey, we had no idea what to expect. But after 4 years, we received a ton of feedback from our over 400,000 listeners and climbing to 500,000. Speaking of which, we are now closing in on over 600 featured guests. Thank you. And a quick shout out to all those who have left an iTunes review and your feedback. I get those and really appreciate it. And it's awesome to see what you have to say, and we do read every single one of them. And I just want you to know that I am incredibly grateful for your kind words regarding the show. And all of the ratings and reviews help us attract more listeners. And if you're one of those new listeners, welcome. Great to have you. By the way, if you haven't taken the time to rate and review our show and like the Hunting on Private Land strategy on how to get permission to hunt a private property, go to whitetailrendezvous.com as a special gift for just rating and reviewing our show. When you get there, look for the start button to get the details. Listen, I'll share you the top technique from some of the top hunters in the country on how do they get permission to hunt on private land. I'll share with you the exact techniques they use to get permission. As my way of saying thanks for rating and reviewing the show on iTunes. So join us next time. And remember, we're all on this journey together, learning, sharing, and becoming 365 hunters.
So did your grandfather start you, your dad start you, or did you just start hunting yourself?
My dad was an advocate hunter, and he loved to be out there. So, I just kind of followed his footsteps.
I've talked to a number of guys with Hunt of a Lifetime and with this promotional program we're doing for them. And, it brings tears to your eyes to see,
Yes, sir.
The kids that you're, like you said, it is a hunt of a lifetime. It's a dream. And kids see the magazines or film or something and say, gee, I'd like to do that. And then all of a sudden, you guys got them on the mountain, got a big bull down or a cow. And that's got to be so rewarding for you.
It is just to see the smile on the kid's face and the way the family, the generosity out of the family that for what we do for them.
Yeah, it's got to be an amazing thing. So one more time, Hunt of a Lifetime, get a hold of their website or go to Hunt of a Lifetime Arizona on Facebook, get a hold of Pat, raise your hand if you want to get on the list and apply for one of the slots they have in Arizona. Now, are you the only chapter in Arizona or are there other chapters?
No, I cover the whole state of Arizona.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Well, like I say, we got the better hunting on this end in the mountains. Good deer hunting and stuff around Tucson down south. But a lot of kids just want to come up here to, we got good fishing lakes. We're not that far from the Grand Canyon. And there's others, there's a lot of artifacts and stuff here that a lot of kids want to learn,
Right. Well, it's a rich area. The time I spent down there, I've really enjoyed it. And, it's amazing to, take the time and to talk to somebody like you, Pat, that's given everything they got. And then your full-time job is that of first responder. So when the bell rings, you go, and whether it's for a kid or for a family that's in distress because of a fire. So good on you, man.
Well, what's kind of cool with the job is the boss understands, what's going on. We've actually gone, once so far, but a kid got one down in the canyon, and it was just him and his dad. And then my partner, he couldn't walk back in there. He's got bad knees and stuff. So they came and asked, and we gathered up a couple of fire guys and went out there and packed it out for them.
Well, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah, whatever it takes, yeah.
Well, Pat Beard, thank you so much for sharing a few moments. And this will be aired on Whitetail Rendezvous in the coming weeks. And you got a copy of that, and you can share it with your troops. But I thank you, sir, for what you're doing, and keep it up, man.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous, where you can listen and learn from the experts so you can be more successful on your next hunt. Until next time, listen, learn, and succeed.